Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Time's Movie of the Week. I'm Sean. This week's Movie of the Week is a movie that I've never seen before. Don't give me too much hate, guys. It's actually, they're talking about doing a remake now starring Ronda Rousey. It's Roadhouse, starring Patrick Swayze, Sam Elliott, Kelly Lynch. Yeah, I've never seen this one, I know, guys. It's on Netflix right now, and I decided to try to check it out before it's taken off at the end of the month. And going into this film, I had really high expectations because of everything that everybody says about this film. Now, there are parts of this film that are running pretty smoothly, pretty congruent with what everything else is going on in the film, and there are certain parts of this film that kind of just don't fit. Now, looking up who directed and wrote this film, it says the director's Rowdy Harrington. And I thought, when I saw the name on the screen when I was watching the film, I thought that was just a funny name. The writers, David Lee wrote the story, the script, but then it also said others. And I wonder if that aspect, the fact that there are other writers on this, maybe they had multiple writers touching up the script, touching up the screenplay, that's the reason why I feel this kind of mismatch of certain aspects of the film. There are times in this film where Patrick Swayze is doing an amazing job, a phenomenal job of keeping his character in where he needs to be, and I like that. I think he did a great job. Then there's certain times where it's just like silly B-movie stuff, and it doesn't fit. I think that there's certain times where he's doing a romantic thing with a woman, and they're not being shy about butts and nudity and boobs and tits, and there's quite a bit of boobs and butts in this film. But like, they're not being shy about it. They're not trying to joke around. They show things that are realistic, like his romance with this character, but then they show things that they're not shy about showing the boobs and stuff, but it's kind of even escalated even more so than I've ever seen anywhere, even at a titty bar. Not saying I've been to a lot of them, I'm just saying. It's something like of a contrast that I didn't get. The guy that played the bad guy, the villain in this film, the character's name was Wesley. Well, this character, he went through the movie, and I don't know if they told him to act this way, if this is the direction he received from Rowdy Harrington, but he went through this film with his nose up in the air, which is fine. I like that. He thinks he's above the town. He thinks he owns it. That's fine. But they also had him talk in a deep, yelling voice like that throughout the whole film, and it was really weird because in filmmaking, I mean, you have them either they have a mic overhead, a boomstick and everything, or they have something on them to pick those lines up, or they're going to record those lines over later in post-production. I don't understand why they did this with this guy. He was yelling throughout the entire film, it seemed like, and I thought that is just, to me, that's like bad filmmaking. The bad direction, bad filmmaking. It's a few things, and so this character, this evil villain, it was weird. It didn't fit in everything when Patrick Swayze is being calm, cool, collect, and he's staying in character, and he's doing a good job at it. Sam Elliott even is coming in there, staying in character, being cool, being his sensei master dude, and that's all fitting together, regardless of how silly it seems. It's fitting there, and then you have this dude come around, and he just doesn't fit at all. It's like a square peg in a round hole. So that's like one of the downfalls I thought with it, and the fact that they show him as much as they do, every time he spoke, it was like, oh God, I wish he'd shut up. And not because he's doing a good job as that character, it's because the way they filmed it was annoying and bad. Now, this film was made in the 80s. This is 1989. So I expected a few things from it. I expected the wavy flowing hair, and I expected the bad boob jobs. I expected all that stuff, right? And I expected some kind of 80s flair to it, and I got that. But at the same time, they could have done a better job at getting a better choreographer, and I don't know if Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott really fought, like, figuratively, like, really fought to remain in the fight scenes, or if they actually wanted to hire any stunt guys, but I feel like they should have hired better stunt fighters, because some of this choreography, man, this fighting, it was terrible. The best fight was at the end, not the end, but the last one-on-one fight with the other bad guys, like henchmen that knew martial arts as well. That's like the best fight in the film, and all the other ones are really bad B-level fighting. And I felt like, all right, if that's Patrick Swayze in there, they should have got a stunt fighter in there to do this smoother and better. Now, this last aspect I want to talk about, it's a spoiler, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen the film, but it's a spoiler. At the end of the film, he's going through this house trying to avenge Sam Elliott because he was killed. He And it's weird because he's going through this house. Some of the guys he's knocking out, some of the guys he's killing, and the one that ordered all of the bad things that happen in this film, he's about to kill him, but then he decides not to kill him when he just killed 2 other guys. And so I didn't get it. And I was like, you know, the gun's right like 4 feet that way, and he's lying here like this with your knee on his chest. Once you let him up, if you don't knock him out, he's gonna grab the gun, he's gonna try to shoot you. And it's not something like this is predictable in movies. This is predictable in life. Like, why would you do that? It seems so contrived that I thought that this little, I don't know, was like 20-second little part of a scene really killed like the last fight scene of all the people. Now, if he would have gone through the house killing everybody and then killed him, great. If he would have gone through the last house knocking everybody out but then killing him, great. But this back and forth thing, it did not work for me. I thought that was, again, it might have had to do with the fact that they had all these other writers on the film, or it was just very sloppy and very not well-made movie. When I was watching this film, it made me think of the film Warriors. It's from the 80s as well. It made me feel like the choreography in this film was like the choreography in that one. But, I mean, of course, I still think, and I know people are going to hate me on this one, I think the Warriors choreography was the worst fight choreography I've ever seen in my life. This was a step up above it, but it reminded me of it. So just by saying that shows you how bad I thought this fight choreography was. It does make me sad that Patrick Swayze is dead because I thought he did a great job in the film overall, except for the fighting. It makes me want to go back and watch the movie with him playing Pecos Pete, Wild Tales, Tall Tales. So overall, I have definite opinions about this film. If you haven't seen this film, go see this film. It's talked about as a classic, and go into it with an open mind. Alright guys, so that's it for Movie Time's Movie of the Week. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation this week. We'll see you next time. Peace.